What's the difference between a $20 steak and a $55 steak? 14. David, that is perfect. Same with roses, right? Hey, Pete, what's happening? That is so perfect. It's Valentine's Day price gouging. All too famous, right? All too famous. That is funny. But really, all of a sudden, a dozen flowers, or I should say roses in particular, red roses are like a lot more expensive this weekend. Oh, look at that, the rim shot from Roger. Well done. Hello, Melissa. Happy Friday night as I get the chairs in place and get ready for a little weekend forecasting. Got the cold front, got improving rain chances next week. So a few things to cover. What's up, Tony and Tamina? Happy Friday night. Beautiful day once again today. Hola, Lucy, ¿cómo estás? Good to see you. Hope everybody's having a good one. There's Melinda. Hello there. Are you betting Joe Ryan Eglon? I should. I don't know who he has. I kind of think Rams. I'm kind of thinking Rams on Sunday. Good Friday evening. Bill Taylor, Ken's 5 Digital Center. Friday night of course, Super Bowl weekend, Valentine's Monday. It's a great looking weekend, you know, a lot going on. It's rodeo time too, don't forget. Midland playing tonight. I know Tanya Tucker on Sunday. I'm not sure who's on the Saturday lineup for the rodeo. Maybe somebody could help us out here. Hello, Jane. What's happening, Mark? X got me a new chair for Valentine's Day, an electric chair. Hey, what's up, Val? Hey, Anna. Howdy, there's Divine. What's up, Joel? Did the cold front come in? No. You know, I know, right, Luis? A chilly night, but there's a south wind tonight that's kind of making things maybe a little chilly, but not because it's a cold wind, but anytime the air is moving and our temperatures are dropping, we can start feeling a little bit of chill in the air. All right, speaking of temperatures, today's highs, we had some 80s on the map. You sure this is winter? What's happening? 83 down I-35, Pearsall, Catula, 81s at Carrizo Springs and Eagle Pass. Del Rio hits 80. Okay, I don't know what happened in Hondo, but they definitely didn't hit 95 today. Something went wrong with their metered station. 76 here in the city, 75 at Seguin, so way too warm. Char, there could be a few showers. I'll show you a future radar. Hey, Jessica, what's happening? It's not really expected to be much in the form of rainfall. Let's show you the cold front. And it's mainly because dew points are still low. Last check, 41, and that was at 6 p.m. I'm not expecting it to be much higher. Probably went up a little bit. Aurora, I'd like to know how windy will it get? Oh, I'll show you future winds. Yeah, definitely. Definitely strong enough to limit the burning. No burning tomorrow outside. Weather was nice today. Hope it's going to be different tomorrow. Define nice, right? It's definitely going to be different. Pete's in Corpus on reserve duty. All right, thank you, brother. When will it get cold in Corpus? It'll probably be later tomorrow, but the front should make it to the coast by Saturday night, or even Saturday afternoon, maybe Saturday evening, Pete, because it does appear that we get it through in the morning. Was Phil right? You know, he said 6 more weeks, so I guess technically, you know, it's hard to say here because we've been back and forth. We've been above average the last few days. Yeah, good gumbo weather for the weekend, for the Super Bowl for sure, but a quick rebound. This is not a huge Arctic blast of air. Look at Amarillo, 39. The front just now a little farther south than what you see here, but not by much. You can see where the winds, where the convergence is. It's going to be southeast of Midland. See where the arrows are kind of having, they're going a little wonky there. Southwest of Dallas, Fort Worth, and then right what looks to be like the geographical center of Texas, right? And then almost down to Big Bend. So there's that convergence zone. That's where the front's located. So it's a little farther south than what is drawn here. It's because I just haven't updated it yet. But I want to show you live dew points and why this front just doesn't have a whole lot of moisture to work with. I mean, you can see the dividing line, and that's not the cold front. That might be a little outflow. We're still getting south winds across the hill country. But you see the dew point of 40? Even the low 50s east and southeast of us, the highest on the map is 58 at Port A. That's not like a ton of moisture. Even, I mean, 58 at Port A, that's very low for a coastal dew point. 27 though, Rock Springs. I mean, that is a moisture-starved atmosphere that makes it very difficult for the front to stir anything up. The other factor is upper-level support. We look at this upper-level wind chart. Notice that you see this is about 500 millibars, I think. So you can see that there's a huge low over Canada and a pretty good pressure gradient over the Great Lakes, and you can see some good upper-level winds and a good little tilt there between Billings, Denver, out to St. Louis, and up into the Northeast. So that's all the upper air energy we would need over top of us to have upper-level support with this front. And increased instability, increased lift, you know, and all leading to a ripe atmosphere for showers or thunderstorms. So obviously just not going to happen, because as we move this forward, notice that low moves east, and then we start getting a bit of a ridge and a zonal flow pattern, which is a very stable flow. This is now going to be the weekend into Monday, Tuesday. Now things start changing. Okay, so while we're here, why don't we go ahead and look into the long range and what's expected next week. See that deepening trough of low pressure? That's going to be now centered, that huge tilt down into Los Angeles, the Baja of California. As that starts moving south, and now it ejects east. See what happens by Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. It opens up and moves east of the Four Corners. With it opening up, we're not expecting a lot of huge energy in order to fuel like strong or severe thunderstorms, but instead it'll definitely, as it moves east, opens up and puts some of that energy on top of Texas, offer up a chance of rain. The key is going to be getting enough moisture in place before this moves in. Hello, Shell. What's happening? Good to see you. It's okay, Shelly. Oh, Spurs won, and we have a great excuse. That's awesome. Spurs win tonight. Mark Weber, puro frio. Out on the water when it gets cold. No bueno. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I take the heat over the cold. Heat over the cold. But like I said, not an Arctic blast this weekend. A lot of the Arctic air stays to the north. This will be a cooler air mass for sure. All right, so let's look ahead. Our humidity day by day will take us into next Friday, and we do see a nice spike on dew points. You can see them go right through the 50s into the 60s on Wednesday. That's awesome. We need rain, and that's why we're going to have a chance next week. Wednesday, Thursday time frame. So how much? You know, because the 7-day forecast will cover next Wednesday, Thursday, obviously. Not a whole bunch, but half an inch, hopefully. It's just going to be, you know, we're at a point now, we'll take anything we can get. We're really dry, but the drought report improved from week to week. I'll show that to you, and that's good news. And then we'll get to the future radar and show you what we're seeing with rainfall tomorrow, as well as, because there will be a few showers along the front. Now, where'd that drought report go? That little stinker. Come on now. There she is. Not much of a change at all to the extreme drought. West Texas up to the Panhandle, but down south of us, it's going to be a pocket of extreme drought for Carrizo Springs, Cotulla, Tilden, and then you can see severe drought covering Atascosa County, Frio County, half of Medina, and then Kinney County out to Del Rio, all severe drought. But that's what changed. All the hill country was severe drought last week. We had good rains. You know, froze, by last week. Of course, it was Thursday when the temperatures dropped and a lot of that moisture froze. And we had some icing up in the hill country, some snow up around Kerrville and Fredericksburg. But if you remember, the Wednesday into Thursday, before the temperatures got cold enough, it was about an inch of rain. In some spots, 1.5 to 2 inches of rain. So it was really good. Everybody should wash cars Tuesday, provoke that rain. That's it. That's it, Shelley. Good idea. Leonard Bills, he's our man. If he can't forecast it, nobody can. All right, Leonard. I like it. Start that new song. Get that chant going. See? But yeah, see, once I say, what I'm saying is, we're not expecting much in the form of rain, but at least the drought report improved from one week to the next. All right, winds. These are the wind gusts expected on Saturday. You can see, okay, let me back that up for a moment. There's the peak at noon. 40, New Braunfels, San Marcos. I-35 corridor looks like the hot spot for the strongest winds. 38 in the city. So those are tropical storm force winds, okay? That's going to be some gusty winds. But look, they're gusting over 20 as early as 7 in the morning tomorrow. Gusting at 30 by 8 a.m. It's Saturday, so, a lot of us will sleep in, and you'll wake up to some very gusty winds as soon as we get to 8 a.m., 7 a.m., okay? These are some strong wind gusts. So anything you don't want flying around, landing in Cotulla, go ahead and take it inside tonight. It's going to be a very windy morning. You're not going to want to have to get out there and chase things down, right? At least it's not, well, it might be garbage day for some. Take a picture of your trash can. All right, so notice that the winds will die down. We're still looking at double-digit wind gusts of 20-plus through 7, 8 p.m. So we'll still have some occasional gusts, but the winds will die down as we get into late tomorrow night. No outdoor burning, guys. Please make sure you're safe in the winds. Let's remember that, of course, when you get that dryness of the air, and we haven't had a whole lot of rain, it's like a tinderbox out there that can go up quickly. It's going to have, Pete's calling for the all-nighter again. Rain, rain, come and play. Rinse a lot of allergens away. I like that one too. Good news is that Mountain Cedar came down a little bit today. So south winds were breezy at times, might even be breezy again tonight at times, but notice the clouds really thicken up by morning, and there's the rain. Not very much as this front comes through. Scattered areas, very light, mostly east, mostly south, but even still, not expected to say 1/10 of an inch at best. I mean, it's just not going to be much along this front. Moisture starved, no upper support, and the dew points are going to go from low to lower. Watch as we go from the 40s, 30s, 20s, teens in the hill country, very dry air in through Saturday and Sunday. So here's another thing to look at. Tomorrow's one of those days where we hit the high early. Probably going to be about 57 or 58 for the high, sometime after midnight, maybe into the morning hours. But either way, we'll gradually see temperatures on a gradual fall, and gradually see a gradual fall. Really well put, Bill. A gradual fall to temperatures is what I was looking for. And you can see mid-50s go to upper 40s by mid to late afternoon hours of Saturday. And remember that the winds will be going pretty good, so these temperatures will feel colder. Rain chance right at 20% at best, but I showed you it's not going to be very much at all. 100% chance of strong winds and cold air, okay? Colder air for sure. So yeah, watch what temperatures do. Here's another way to look at it. We get to, we hit 58 tonight, but of course that's going to be today's temperatures. So here's midnight, 55. That could be it. Right in the midnight hour, our high for the day, in the first hour of the day. And then we're down, we come back up a little bit right there, 56 to 57 at sunrise Saturday. And then you can see the 40s starting to dip into the hill country, slowly oozing farther south, so that by midday, early afternoon, we're in the 40s, and boom, a day where we hit the high early and go down throughout the day, and high gusty winds. So again, bring things inside tonight. Bring them inside tonight. La Vita, there she is, 7-day forecast. So normally you hit the high in the afternoon, opposite day tomorrow. We hit the high early, fall back into the 40s, 20% chance of a few light showers. Light freeze on Sunday morning. So bring in the plants, bring in the pets, maybe just cover the plants because it's only one night and we will only see a light freeze in the city. Maybe some mid to upper 20s, so maybe a 6 to 8 hour freeze for the hill country, then 62 Super Bowl Sunday, 68 Valentine's Day Monday. Very beautiful day to celebrate love. And then we'll start seeing the clouds arrive by Tuesday. Warmer on Wednesday. Now, I showed you on the upper levels, if you're with me, it's a Pacific system coming in the middle part of next week. That's why we won't see a big drop in temperatures behind that rain chance. So when you see Thursday going into Friday and we dry out, temperatures not taking a hit, it's a Pacific system. So we're not going to expect a big drop in temps. But 30 to 40% chance of rain. We need every drop, 30, 40% on Wednesday into Thursday morning. That's looking like the best opportunity. And let's just pray for good rains, okay, guys? Pray for the rain. We could use it. What can we expect in the next 60? Bradley, I have enough trouble with the next 7. The mild winter continues. The above average temperatures, but also the below average precipitation. That's an a La Nina winter, typically for the southern U.S., drier and milder. So coming up tonight, I was talking to Julie, who's really too busy for us tonight, which I understand. We love you, Julie. What, you were nervous I was pitching to you?
No.
Oh. No, just too busy. See, I'm already interrupting. And here's what we've got. Mutton Bustin' is coming up. Have you ever seen live? Well, not live. It happens, I don't know what time they usually do it at the rodeo, but it's usually the first thing, Mutton Bustin' highlights, the winner. Are we going to hear from the winner tonight? Yes, all right. Sound from the winner. It's always great. We'll see how they're celebrating, the little boys and girls between the ages of 4 and 6. And can people still enter tonight? Tonight's the last night to enter to get a child in for Mutton Bustin' during the rodeo. Even though it's the last night to get in, remember, Mutton Bustin' goes through the end of February. It's every night of rodeo. And so, yeah, definitely make sure you get the KENS 5 app. Download the KENS 5 app and go for the Mutton Bustin' contest. Enter your child to win a spot, highly coveted spot, because it's so popular with the kids. It's really fun. It's so funny to watch. You'll see it tonight. Also tonight, all the details on the I-10 Bernie closure. It's already closed now. We're going to have Chopper out ahead of it, above it, showing us the land, showing us the lay of the landscape and what's going on. And you get all the details on how it's going to affect your weekend on I-10, okay? And then we got Casey Vieira in for sports. I don't know if you've seen Casey yet, newest member to KENS 5 team. I think you'll enjoy him. Pete, wanting to pull the all-nighter on Facebook. Drop, what's this? Rain, good to the last. Absolutely, Shelly, just like that. Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's an okay to the last drop. I remember the Chuck full of nuts coffee. Chuck full of nuts is that heavenly coffee. Better coffee a millionaire money can't buy. A millionaire's money can't buy. That was the old jingle. I'm kind of a big Seattle's Best is my homebrew. I remember there was a gentleman on. Aunt Bun, what's going on? Good to see my Aunt Bunny on. I remember the Chuck full of nuts song. Chuck full of nuts is that heavenly coffee. Better coffee a millionaire's money can't buy. Aunt Bunny's up in Wayne, New Jersey right now. How you doing, Aunt Bun? You should really watch. Vinny Vinzetta did a piece with the Heavenly Gourmet today, and Loretta's from, I don't know where she's from, but she's got such a Jersey accent. She's so funny. And she's like, you put it all together. She was talking about what you do to cater your Super Bowl party, what the great snacks and meals are between Cincinnati and L.A. Yeah, you got to watch. Go look for it on the KENS 5 app or the KENS 5 website. Before we go, I want to pay tribute and honor my good friend who's home with the Lord, Gary DeLon. Gary DeLon was memorialized. We celebrated his life today at Oak Hills Church. We had wonderful speeches from Greg Simmons at KSAT, Richard Oliver, Jerry Comalander. Boy, you talk about an all-star lineup. Man, and they were so genuine, so real, so pure. They really spoke to Andrea and Shannon, Gary's children. It was a really special service. I was so blessed to be there today. And one of the cool things is that on the back of the program, they included Gary's one-liners from the broadcast booth. You know, Gary knew God and knew him well. And here's the other part. God knew Gary. And one of the neatest things was his Christ-like humility. What I loved about Gary was that while he was the first to report JFK being assassinated, while he was live on the air, while bullets were flying in the Fiesta Parade, when there was a sniper set up in an RV with a bunch of ammunition and opened fire, 1979 in San Antonio. I wasn't here, of course, but Gary was not only there, but he was live. He was standing 2 people away from Jack Ruby when Jack Ruby shot Lee Harvey Oswald. Gary was 2 people away from that moment, okay? But here's the thing. And a Hall of Famer in sports. He was the voice of the Dallas Cowboys. He was the voice of the Astrodome. But here was the thing. His real passion, high school football. He was in that booth every night, even until he was 88. He dies at the age of 88. He just called a game this last season. High school football was his passion. 62 years in the booth calling high school football. And these were some of his lines. More popular than the #1 song on a top 40 list. Taller than the launch tower on Star Trek. More agility than a bamboo toothpick. About as clear as the water off Buffalo Bayou. About as strong as an egg in a stack of bowling balls. More rugged than basic training at Fort Polk. Fort Polk in Louisiana, I think, right? Quicker than dissolving sugar. Gary DeLon, rest in peace, brother. We were all better because of Gary DeLon. If you knew Gary, man, you knew God. Great guy. Born 20 minutes from New York City. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Aunt Bun. Yeah, filling it in. Patterson, New Jersey. All right, my hometown. I love you, Patterson. I love you, Aunt Bun. All right, have a wonderful, I love you all too, San Antonio. 25 years this year. Thank you, Lord. I love it here. It's so awesome. Have an awesome weekend. Again, only a few sprinkles of showers. I wouldn't call it rainy tomorrow at all, but it will be cloudy, windy, colder, and then cold on Super Bowl Sunday morning. God bless y'all. Have a great weekend. We'll see you at 10.